you'll need to have your elastic, and you can cut your elastic to the size that you need. If you're not sure what size you need, we have these guidelines that you can follow to know what size of elastic you need. So after you cut the elastic, we're just going to sew the ends together. You can do this on a machine, and if you do, just use a zigzag stitch. And then if you don't have a machine, because you absolutely do not need to have a machine to make these tutus, you can just take a needle and thread and just pull through a bunch of times. So go ahead and finish attaching the ends of your elastic together. Next, we're going to cut our tulle. So how much tulle you need depends on how long you want your tutu to be and how big of a tutu you're making for the waist. So for my tutu, I want the tutu to stand out about 7 inches. So you take the number that you want of how far you want it to come out, times that by 2, and then add 2 inches. And if you're not sure about the size and the length, we have a formula, or we have some guidelines here that you can follow based on size, and that can help you with figuring out your measurements. So to make the tulle a little bit easier to cut, I like doing it on my cutting board and with my rotary cutter. And you can absolutely do this with scissors as well. So since I'm going to be doing about 7 inches, so 7 plus 7 is 14, add 2 inches, so I'm going to be cutting 16 inches. And I just roll out my tulle, and then I just cut at 16 inches, and then I just keep cutting until I run out of tulle on both of my spools. And so go ahead and cut out your tulle, and then I'll show you how to put it onto the elastic. Once you've finished cutting your tulle, we're going to tie the tulle onto the elastic. So you need something to hold on to the elastic while we're tying the tulle on. You can place this around some people do it around their thigh. You can do it around anything like an oatmeal box or something circular. I like to use a hanger, and I just put it through this side and this side. And you can have it be stretched out as well by pulling it all the way over to here. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to tie the tulle on. The more pieces of tulle you have in each tie, the fluffier the tutu will be. I generally only use 2 pieces of tulle, so it just depends on what your goal and what you want your tutu to look like. So I'm going to be doing 2 pieces of tulle for this tutu. So you take 2 pieces of your tulle and you line them up, and then scrunch it out, and then we're going to tie it. So taking the elastic, go under, and we're just going to make a tie. And I like to, when I make the tie, I like to have the tail come up towards the top side and then tie it, because then it ends up looking like this. So you have the top of the loop, and then this piece is coming out, and that's what the waistband will look like. And you don't want to have it be too tight either. You want to be able to move it along the elastic and not have it squeezing the elastic and folding it over. So let's do it again. Just grab 2 pieces of tulle. And that, you can see we got that right way going there. And that's how it will connect and look. So just start putting on tulle and put it on until you get to the end. Okay, so I've just finished putting on all of my ties. And so at this point, we just kind of want to get the tulle pieces to come together. And so I kind of lay it flat on my work surface and then pull the ones that are underneath out, and the ones on top, flatten them out. Like this one right here, you see how it's right there. So I'm going to turn that, get those out. And then if you need to move it along the elastic, like the elastic's going this way, you need to turn it more, you can do that at this point. Because some of them will want to stick straight up, which is okay if that's what you're going for. Okay. And then if you want it to be super, super flat, you can place something on top of your tutu, and that will bring it together so it has more of like that kind of look and not so straight sticking up. So basically that is how you do your tutu. And this one in particular is going to go with those cute cat ears I did last week, and it's going to be a Halloween costume. And then I wanted to show adding bows is really easy to tutus. Sometimes some people will tie the ribbon to a piece, or tie the tulle to a piece of ribbon and then tie it together. So you can get that same look. Here's a bow that I made. I just have a regular clip on the back. And then with this technique, all you have to do is just take one of the loops and just slide it in. And that finishes our tutu, and happy tutu making.